So, welcome back, friends. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. Very exciting day, and the game today, this Super Bowl finals to be played at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. It will be a rematch of the 2023 game played 2 years prior. The game will be played between the American Football Conference, or the AFC champion, and the two-time defending Super Bowl champion, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the National Football Conference, the NFC champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. It will be the 8th Super Bowl to be played in the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, and the 11th overall played in New Orleans, the most recently played being in New Orleans for the Super Bowl in 2013, held at the same venue. The game, expected to be watched by a record audience, will be televised in the United States by Fox and streamed on Tubi. Friends, there's a lot of analysis which goes around how the Super Bowl and its outcome can impact the world stock markets, particularly the American markets. But what is looming large right now is that China and the United States are risking renewing a full-blown trade war unless the two largest economies can diffuse the dispute between Chinese tariffs on $14 billion of American exports taking effect on Monday. President Donald Trump last week unveiled an extra 10% tariff on Chinese goods to force Beijing to do more to tackle the fentanyl-related exports to the US and Mexico, and threaten more if China retaliated. When the US duties took effect 3 days later, Beijing immediately hit back, announcing additional 10 to 15% duties on US energy exports and farm equipment. China's duties are due to take effect on Monday. So this could be just the beginning phase of the trade war, and could become a rather difficult situation, because whenever you see two countries, and such important ones, entering into a trade war, it can lead to increase in inflation in China, in India, in the United States, in other parts as well, because there is a supply chain which goes across the world. And when you have tariffs in such two important large economies that come into play, can impact inflation globally as well. Anyway, particularly centering around America and China, these trade wars can have a deleterious effect. Increase in inflation would prevent the Federal Reserve from reducing the interest rates quickly. This means that interest rates could be higher for longer. If they are higher for longer, this means that the US dollar can also be stronger for a longer period of time. The longer period of time the US dollar remains stronger, it means their exports of the United States become uncompetitive. At the same time, strong dollar means that relatively the other currencies become weak, such as the Asian currencies, the emerging market currencies, which also means that foreign institutional investors, or FIIs, who invest in India and other parts of the world, they would find a disincentive, because if they are investing their money in currency which is depreciating sharply, then they would be forced not to invest, or to be forced to remove money from that country. So all this can have a tremendous impact on the markets worldwide. It's going to be a chain reaction, a vicious circle as well. So we will closely watch whether some talks can happen over Super Bowl between the US president and the Chinese premier Xi Jinping. Some analysts and had expected the US and China to hold talks to avert major trade hostilities. There was a little bit of a compromise with Mexico and Canada, but not with China. Trump had initially said that he expected to talk to President Xi Jinping, but after China retaliated, he said that he was in no rush, and that tariffs were an opening salvo with very substantial measures to come. All in all, looks like a difficult situation. I hope this is not the beginning of a big trade war. Once it starts between China and America, this can spread to other countries as well. Anyway, other than that, there is good growth in the world economy. Economy is growing in the United States and elsewhere quite steadily. So Although there is sign of dip in the gross domestic product in England, in other parts of Europe, yet overall basis. But the most important thing is that once these tariffs come into place, and if they can lead to a global trade war, then that can have deleterious effects on the world economy. To get to know more how the US markets are expected to fare over the next few days, weeks, and months, do join our Prime or Prime Plus Telegram groups, which are addressed specifically for the US markets, for the Indian markets, which we also cover. You may join our Premium Value Plus, which covers 1 week predictions in advance, plus good stock recommendations and stock options. You can also join the Premium Plus, gives you 10 to 12 days predictions in advance, plus good multi-baggers. For all this, you can WhatsApp us on 982-086-1044. Alternatively, you can email us at globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. Happy investing and have a great week ahead. It should be an exciting and entertaining week ahead, just like today's Super Bowl Sunday. Take care and enjoy your Super Bowl. Take care. Bye.